basic shit at the start. You literally just missed me, like, running around, grabbing ores and farmers and shit off of basic monsters. Nothing too crazy, so... yeah. Only thing you missed was basically just me getting, the ore armor and the, like, hunter's helm, like, hunter's armor. Which, in and of itself, isn't that crazy. So... TLDR, not that much you missed. For reference. So, yeah. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I also did one quest, which is literally the one with small monsters, because I think it would be a lot more interesting if I did, oh, I don't know, Master Rank monster at the start. So, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fight, Royal Ludroth. Master Rank Royal Ludroth. Oh yeah, I also upgraded my, Palico and Palamute's armor as well. It's, the Master Rank Kimura sets. Which are just, like, ores and stuff. Nothing crazy. Alright. Lastly, I also got the, camps for the jungle. Which mainly just saves me headache for, it saves time, if anything. Alright. Oh, I didn't grab any of the fucking potions and shit. Whoops. I'm a dumbass. Ow. 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 Okay. That's fine. There we go. Ow. Ah, okay. Fuck. Ow. Ow. Fuck. There we go. Oh my fucking god, ow. Fuck. Ugh. All right. Okay, cool. Alright. I think I'm doing pretty alright, all things considered. I just kind of fucking choked near the start. Whee! Alright. Gotta save that extra sharpness if possible. Boom! There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. Oh, okay. So it's just a urgent. Okay. Lamau.
Why, hello.
Yeah, nice lore that unfortunately I really do not care about that much.
Be sure to check the special quest.
Okay.
Great.
Alright. Tetrahedron time. This time I'm actually gonna grab the supplies, because I'm not dumb. Okay. Oh hey, a marionette spider. Yoink. Give me that shit. Oof. Oof. Ah, fuck. Whatever. Ow. Ow. There we go. All right. Whee! Damn, he's just getting destroyed. Shit, you're supposed to be a fucking... Brother, he's like an MR hot lower than you. Come on. Get in there. Come on. Bruh. Oop. Fuck me. Alright, whatever. I was rising up, but okay. If you say so, game. Who am I to say no? Ow. Fuck. Oh, I'm fucking screwed. Whatever. Ow. Fuck. Waiting for his ass to fall asleep. Whatever. I'm not waiting. There we go. Whatever. Cool. And there we go.
have faith that you will fulfill your duty. Here's the list of quests.
Oh, we have more 1-stars. Great.
Greetings.
Okay.
Farewell. Look at you, working all hard and stuff.
All right.
Hey, good to see ya.
Jesus Christ, I could already make better armor. What the fuck? Okay, 92 versus 90. What the Okay, so why? Huh? Whatever. Time to fuck with the fucking armor, I guess. Lamau.
I have been wanting to be a blacksmith ever since I was little. Guess you could say I'm something of an expert at this point. Don't worry about your gear. I grip this here hammer with confidence.
The fuck does tune up do? Gunner shit. Wow, do I not fucking care, except for, like, handicraft. I get handicraft 4 off of it, wow. And what do I lose? I lose my, attack boost in Quick Sheath. No. That's bad. No more wrap it up. That's just ass. What do I lose? Quick Sheath, Razor Sharp ammo up. That's fine. Discord is forked on one of our ends? What do you mean? Oh. Yeah, I do not hear you if you're talking to me, so yeah. Let me double check my end just in case. Okay, it's probably my end then. Hold on. Let me fix that. Let me, like, leave and come back. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, no. Hold on. What the fuck? That's weird. Hold on, speak again? Yeah, there's nothing coming through on Discord, but, like, if I pull up the Discord overlay, it does show you, I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, it doesn't. That's weird. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I think I saw something. Yeah, it does show you. That's weird. What the fuck? Okay. Interesting. I don't know what to do about that. Check output delay. Yeah. Yeah, let me check my outputs and see if that's the problem. I'm gonna actually, like, mute stream, actually, just in case. I'm also gonna mute the game.
I'm not entirely sure what.
Ah! Ah! Hmm. Hear this? I don't hear that.
And before it is just being stupid, we'll see. Oof. Okay, well that explains it. I knew it was fine on my end this time around.
Alright, I figured it out. We're good.
Cool.
I'm stupid.
It'd be
Alright.
that way sometimes.
Yeah, at least I figured it out now rather than later. Also, oh wait. Wait, why the fuck is it? It's showing you on Discord. Wait a minute. Say something?
Sure. Is it
Okay, so
doing
it's
that
showing
or?
you on the Discord overlay. That's weird. Um,
Hmm.
that's not normal. Let me... Okay,
Because what's
now does it?
strange is it
Okay,
was
there we go.
momentarily there earlier,
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm not
Now
sure why it was
it's...
like that.
Okay, now it's working. Okay.
Cool.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. That was sorted. Anyways.
Yeah, that was certainly an experience.
Yeah, that was just me being stupid, actually.
I mean, it
Let me...
happens. I'm really. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, let me do one of these for you. But yeah, I'm literally just grinding right now and figuring out what
It's
I'm
all good.
gonna wear, I guess. Which, so far, is not gonna be much, admittedly. It's called, it's not much of a difference. Mainly because my armor that I'm wearing right now is actually pretty okay, I believe. Like, it's giving me a lot of decent skills. Like, I have Item Prolonger, Attack Boost, Handicraft, Quick Sheath, Stun Resistance. Like, it's a lot of good skills just off rip. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, upgrade this armor, actually. That's probably the play. Weirdly enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna upgrade
Also,
it,
funnily
like...
enough,
I'm just gonna upgrade each piece twice, I think, is probably the play. There we go. Because my armor's actually pretty okay, all things considered. I'm just, like... I don't know. I was like, could it be better? But it's like, no. But yeah, have you been?
I have been all right. I was at a friend's place yesterday for a long ass time.
Yeah.
They might be said friend in question might actually join Mist's D&D thing because they've played D&D
Oh
before, but
shit.
much like me, have only really had they've only had one DM who is very not great,
Yeah.
to put it lightly, and they'd like to, have a higher quality session or whatever.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's a thing.
I wouldn't say Mist is like super high quality. Like, oh, this thing is fucking. This guy is like the best fucking DM ever, dude. Like, it's not like that kind of good, but
I mean, I'm not
they
expecting
are
that.
like.
I'm just,
I do
yeah.
think they are like a good DM, all things considered, but not like
I just know
you
what this
know.
person's point of comparison is. That's why I'm confident in calling
Yeah,
Mist very good.
that's
Because
fair.
it's relative.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, thankfully I got the financial aid stuff mostly sorted out.
That's good.
Giant pain in the ass on that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. At least you got it out of the way. It's better to have figured that shit out earlier than rather than later. But yeah, this is basically just me going through Master Rank. It's pretty early on in Master Rank 2, so it's pretty straightforward for the most part. So I'm just kind of like big chillin'. So we could just talk about like whatever while doing these hunts and shit, and I'd probably be fine. They aren't like it's super hardcore intense. Like I need to fucking focus for this fight yet. So yeah,
Yeah, no, it's all good.
like I don't know if you've seen me fight this guy before, but like they're like pretty straightforward, all things considered, from what I remember. I
I
thought I
cannot
iframed
recall
that
if I
shit.
saw this one or not.
They are a bird. Oop. They're just a bird. They're a funny little guy. Oop. Fuck. They're bird wyverns, so they're usually pretty straightforward in terms of a monster. So ow. Mm. Ow. Okay, sure. I'll take the free wyvern red, I guess. Limo. Whoops. Oink. Alright. Yeah, that's basically just like the same monster. They just have like a slightly updated moveset, basically. They're not super crazy.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
So not super interesting. Especially compared to like a lot of the more like later monsters that are added in this game that like are returning monsters from other games. Like this fire on the ground attack is new for reference.
Let me like actually open up the proper stream and shit. Give me a sec.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Well, the fire attack's gone now, but yeah. They basically like shot fire up in the air, and there's like little bits of fire that are like left on the ground. That's essentially just what they did.
Yeah. Also, what was the consensus on D&D? When are we doing that again?
Uh, Monday, I think.
Works with me.
I was like, I guess, sure. I don't really care. If it keeps getting delayed, though, I'm gonna be honest and saying, like, if one person keeps saying that they're not gonna show up, I really do not care.
That's kind of my take. Well, okay, the cutoff has always been 2. That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about it because it's just like, well, actually, I was usually good. It's just things kind of fell apart when I had to really buckle down with grad school and shit.
Yeah.
That was rough. Hopefully not something I'll have to
But
deal
yeah,
with.
that's a
that
thing where,
extent
like,
again.
at that point, it's like, I have to step away from the game, sorry. For, like, a little bit. Like, it's similar to what, Azumi is doing, I believe, in the current campaign. They're stepping away from the game for a bit.
Okay.
Which, are they gonna come back? Oh, but they might. It's that kind of thing. Where it's like, if you're not sure, you could just tell them.
Yeah.
Fuck. I also feel bad because someone I know streamed New Year's Day, and I was like passed the fuck out, and by the time I fucking woke up and realized they streamed the first time in like I think like almost like 6 months or some shit, I missed it. I was like, fuck, I feel bad.
Oof. It happens. I mean, this was like, if you're talking New Year's, then it was really late. I wouldn't. You
No,
shouldn't
like
like
no,
beat
no,
yourself
like
up for
no, it
really.
was New Year's Day. So it was like noon. It was like
Oh,
a
okay,
reasonable
yeah.
hour. That's why I felt bad. The only reason I did it is because I was literally up. I would have like slept like 7 hours, but I was like, I literally got woken up. I think, randomly. So I'm like, oh, I'll just go back to sleep because I only slept like 5 hours, and then like I woke up at like I think like 3 or something. So I slept like effectively 12 hours.
Damn.
I slept pretty good that night, and I was like, yeah, I feel good. But after I like woke up and I realized, I'm like, oh fuck, now I just feel awful.
Sometimes it's that way. I mean, I slept for a long ass time too yesterday. I was God, I was out around like fuck, like I fell asleep at like 9 p.m. and I got up like I slept for like over 12 hours or some shit because I had just had not been sleeping much up to that point.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh well.
it happens.
I'm not gonna like really beat myself up for it because I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like no one really got hurt or anything, obviously, so
Mm-hmm. Like, even then, like, I don't really blame anyone for, like, oh, I fucking slipped in. It's like, if you didn't do anything, if you weren't doing anything today, I really do not care. Especially if it's, like,
Yeah.
not, like, planned in the future or something. Fuck.
Today's been actually like pretty uneventful though. It's just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've been like since the financial aid stuff's been done, I've just been like playing Spider-Man and Star Rail or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
which like both are pretty good games. Not super huge on them, I guess, in the grand scheme of things compared to like my usual fixations,
Yeah.
but they're fun. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, that's a fair point. But yeah, on stream, next, like, big game other than, like, this one I'm probably gonna stream is Darksiders 2, so that's gonna be fun, hopefully.
nice. That'll be good. I wish I could add more to it, but I don't know much about it. I know a few high-level DMC players have messed around with that game a little bit,
It's
but
okay.
obviously nothing super serious in that area.
Yeah, it's not, like, from what I've seen from DMC, it's not, like, that complex in comparison, I
Yeah,
believe,
it's not.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not meant to compete with it either, which is
No.
unfortunately. DMC players make a lot of false equivalencies between these action games and DMC, which
It's
like
what,
I get it, but like also
that's
none of
what,
those games are
like,
trying to do what it does.
that's what almost 10 years of no DMC does to someone.
Unironically, yeah, we're just so starved, dude.
It's like Arkham fucking players, dude. It's like, this is what 10 years
Yeah,
of an Arkham game does to people. They
they do creep, man.
create man and Jonkler.
I remember one time I was looking at a picture of like an edit of man, and my dad saw it, and he's like, is that what he looks like in the movies now?" I'm like, "No."
That's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ben Affleck's ears and his costume are really short, so it's just like if you made him a little shorter to the point of not being there, it would be man.
Yeah. It would be
And I'm
funny if
not like a fan of the
I
short
think it
ears.
would be funny if they referenced it in like the next movie. Have like if they call it like the Sonic fucking picture from like the first Sonic movie or whatever, which is just
Oh,
man.
I didn't know that was even a thing in the movies. I know
Yeah,
there's a reference to it in like the Space Jam movie or some shit, but yeah,
it's at it's at the first it's like the first movie or whatever. It's like because Sonic is like is like from like a different world or whatever. They like describe like an alien that looks like any other, like unlike any other creature, and it just it's like a frantic picture of just Sonic. And I'm like, holy shit, that's actually really funny. It's actually one of the very few jokes I actually saw and actually liked from the Sonic movie. I
yeah,
have still yet to watch it though, but that's just because I'm just like not interested in watching it, to be honest.
same. If I watch any of them, it's gonna be three because the first two are just like
Yeah,
the third one is like a movie, while the first two are like I've heard people compare it to like the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, where it's like very much targeted for kids and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay,
oh, yeah. It's crazy that the Sonic movie is outselling the fucking like almost all
Mufasa,
movies.
not really.
I'm saying all movies in general at the moment, but yeah, fair enough. Well, most
I
movies
mean,
right now.
Sonic movies have always done well. I feel like I could be mistaken.
I don't remember.
Like they're always among the top grossing movies of their respective years, if I remember correctly.
I do not recall. Uh, we'll do Baroth, sure. But yeah, I don't know. When I played Darksiders 2, though, it'll definitely be a fun time. Because I played it forever back. Like, I played it on the, like, Wii U, because there's a Wii U version, by the way.
Yeah, I know about that.
Um, and that was pretty fun, my first time going through it. So, I'm wondering how much of it I actually remember and do genuinely enjoy. There are some parts I remember not being the, like, greatest or most fun, but honestly, that's, not my... I probably, for the most part, though, I remember it being a alright game. Um, I will be playing on, Apocalyptic. I'm not gonna play on... which is not the hardest difficulty in that game. Which is a fairly decent challenge. I did playtest it, like, forever ago. So, it's not gonna be just pain the entire time. It's actually gonna be decently hard, but not, like, bone, like...
Miserable.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fucking miserable like the when I played it on stream. And even then, like Apocalyptic on Darksiders 1 wasn't miserable after a certain point when I just got enough health, basically.
Yeah.
It was like the very start where it was just miserable, basically. Because I kept dying to like the same fights over and over again. Ow. Yeah, and then after after Darksiders 2 will probably be Darkwood is my guess.
What's that?
It's a survival horror. It's a top-down survival horror game with survival game like mechanics.
Can't say I'm familiar.
It's fairly interesting.
I mean, I'm sure it is as evidenced by the fact you're playing it, but yeah.
I mean, I don't play interesting games all the time, to be fair. Like,
Why would you play Slop?
I mean, what games have I played that you say were interesting, to be fair?
I mean, I'd say, well, the point is, most of them are things you find interesting. Like, there are games you've played that I'm not interested in. But,
Yeah.
like, I was just confused by you. Oh, I guess when you were saying something was interesting, you're implying that I would find it interesting. Okay.
No, I was saying what defines a game as being interesting, to be fair. Just in general. I'm like, that's very, like, a broad, like, statement.
I guess.
That's why I was like, what? I'm like, I guess, but I'm like, I don't know what game is not interesting, to be fair. To some extent.
Ubisoft.
Lamau.
Just the entire publisher.
Oof. Crazy when, like, at least, like, old Ubisoft games were okay.
Oh, I know.
Keyword okay.
I mean, some of them were actually quite good. Off
Hello.
the top of my head, it's like...
Hello, Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, some of these Assassin's Creed games, like 2, Black Flag, Rayman Legends, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I don't know if the old-ass Rayman games are made by Ubisoft. I don't think they are, but I guess them.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? You know what game what I might have actually liked if it didn't fucking die on like release was
Concord.
oh,
No, I'm
actually
just
For
kidding.
Honor was good too. I liked For Honor.
I was gonna joke
that
and
was
say
like a multiplayer
Concord,
fighting game.
but I know that's not true.
No. Hyperscape was it was a battle royale that had a lot of like old school arena shooter elements, but the game like died basically immediately
Oof.
because of course it did.
Ain't that the story of its life, of a lot of games' lives, unfortunately?
I mean, yeah, it was just
Comes out,
they were trying to
dies.
compete with Fortnite and
Ooh.
shit. So what do you think was gonna happen?
Oh, you never compete with Fortnite, dude. That shit's never gonna
Yeah.
happen. That shit's never gonna work.
Pretty
If you're
much.
gonna make a battle royale, you have to make shit more interesting than, oh, you can build in it. Or, oh, you can, like, shoot and drop out of a fucking sky. Because I'm like, guess what? Like, 90% of battle royales do that shit now.
You know what's funny is Apex Legends, which is one of the few that did stick around, at least in my opinion, did not have that substantial of a gimmick to its name.
Yeah,
Like at
hilariously
all.
enough, Warzone's mechanic of allowing you to like respawn was Fortnite literally stole it, and no one said shit because Fortnite's just a better game.
Yeah.
Why? Because they realized, oh wait, wouldn't it be cool if you could like respawn after like possibly like fighting someone else in an arena? That would be cool, right? And then Fortnite just said, yeah, but what if we just did that without all the bullshit in between, and just made a separate game mode for it? Which is like the most based shit ever. It's really funny if you really think about it. It's very much the equivalent of like, uh, yeah, copy my homework but change it up a little bit.
I mean, I feel like that's like a lot of these.
That's a lot of games, yeah. Especially like nowadays, where like, fuck, I literally watched a video about this like yesterday night too. That's the funny thing. A lot of like games are like, especially like horror games, are just like copying pasting each other but changing it a little bit to make it quote unquote interesting, even though it's literally just the same concept, which is really funny to think about.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That just does seem to be the direction a lot of the game industry has shifted, unfortunately.
Yeah, so unless your like game is very unique in a sense, or has enough to go for it that makes it unique, a lot of like indie games that just copy off the back or like copy off of something that's like already been done before, almost nobody cares. Which is really sad,
Yeah.
but that just is true, sadly.
I mean, having original ideas is not easy at all. I'm
No.
not surprised there's as much copying as there is.
Yeah, like we've already talked about like the like game idea I've had and shit. Like that shit is not like an original idea by any means. It's just an interesting idea that I wanted to like do essentially. At least I don't
Yeah.
think it's an original idea.
I mean, I don't think that any of the like super viral indie games have like genuinely had novel ideas to them. I just think that they were kind of a lightning in a bottle, right place, right time, and then just good execution of its ideas for the most part.
There's a few that I've seen that are fairly unique, but yeah, I would say
If you
they
mean
aren't
fairly
like
unique, yes, but it's like I could always, yeah, if you want to be pedantic, you can always find examples for this shit.
yeah. Yeah, like a recent indie game that I've seen that's like, oh, this game isn't like that unique in comparison. It's a game called Shut In, where literally you just like the entire concept is you're playing a
Oh, my brother told me about this game.
yeah. I was like, it's a unique idea, but by any means is it like an actually like unique game? No. A unique idea is very different from like a unique game in my eyes, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing either. You could have a unique idea without it being an original idea, and I would still like it if it's executed well. Unless it's just a game plus B game, and I'm like, no, stop it. 90% of the time. Like Hello Power World is like Power World is like a good example of that, where I'm like, if it's just X game plus Y game, chances are I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of X game plus Y game on in the indie scene, so I'm not shocked.
Yeah. Unless that brings something else to the table, I probably wouldn't like it. But that's just like again, it's a me thing where I'm like, am I gonna hate you for coming up with that idea? No, but it's just not gonna be a game I'm gonna likely enjoy that much as like a player, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll take that. I guess Lamau. I'll take like free money. I counted that? Okay, sure. I'll take that. Fucking... Yo, what's up, Ojo? How you doing, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. How was God Eater, buddy? I kind of like popped in, but I thought you just didn't see my message, so I kind of like popped off after a while. There's no game audio? Fuck. Oh fuck, there isn't.
Lamau.
Keck. Thank you
Rip.
for pointing that out. Because I would not have caught that. Alright. Didn't see it, was too focused on the game. Yeah, that's fair. I don't blame you. Alright, but everything should be... Yeah, okay. Everything should be good now. Alright. But yeah, how you doing? Still sorry? It's all good. Don't worry about it. Ow. At least it was pointed out, like, now, rather than, like, at the end of stream or something. I'm doing good. Surprising no one. I'm a hammer main on God Eater. Yeah. That's barely not big a surprise. Ooh. Okay. Ow. I'm gonna wait a little bit so I fall asleep. I guess blunt force trauma on big monsters just runs through my veins. Fair enough. Same with me and like beating the fuck out of a monster with a fucking giant metal slab on a stick. Oh, okay. Whatever. There we go. There we go. I forgot what we were talking about earlier before Pojo got in here. I think it was like about indie game stuff and genres, and oh yeah, it was about originality in games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to like original ideas and like games and shit, I much prefer like those than like, oh, I need to come up with like a whole new like genre and shit. I'm like, that shit's like really hard to do. Let
Yeah.
alone like an original like game idea.
Unfortunately, that's the mindset I'm stuck in because I'm a crazy person who hates himself and like is a perfectionist. So we'll
Lamau.
see. Historically, this does not work out well for people who do this. So we'll see.
Your
Yeah.
spirit shines bright
Yeah, when it comes to
for you.
coming up with like an original like game, let alone an original like idea, it's really hard to do so. Especially if it's like, oh, I want like this specific game with like this specific shit. Because even if you're like making a game with like an original like idea or like plot or anything like that, that shit's like already really hard to do. So adding like, oh, it's also like this style of game that's like never been done before, it is kind of insane. Because you're basically like adding like another like you're basically like doubling, if not like quadrupling, like your workload in that regard, effectively for making
Probably.
the game. Like a good example, hilariously enough, of like a quote-unquote like original like game, hilariously enough, is actually Five Nights at Freddy's. Mainly because like that kind of style of like, oh, let's like sit in an office and like protect ourselves from the people that are coming there, and like, no, you can't run from them. No, they'll always come. Like, that's never been done before, at least to like that extent and like explored enough of like that kind of thing. Even though that idea is more kind of super saturated now, essentially, of like, oh, like thing that's normally kid friendly is now scary and terrifying.
Yeah.
Where at the time, back in, like, 2014, that shit was, like, never done before. Mainly because, you know, the whole craze was, oh, first person, walk around, jump scare, Lamau.
Also, when I was playing Star Rail on my phone, my battery just fucking died, so...
Oof!
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it burns through battery like crazy on my phone.
It do that. Also, this is a new subspecies of Bishatan. They're a monkey that instead of throwing fruit that could possibly status you, they instead fucking explode.
Oof.
It's not that hard. It's just an interesting difference, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty much the same fight most of the time. Mostly. It's like the same AoEs you deal with. It's just that, oh, sometimes you're caught on fire. Ow. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Ow.
You better take care of yourself.
Oh, they hit the fucking Pinecone Beyblade shit? What the fuck? I did not remember they do that shit. Ow. Ow.
Why would it appear in the ruins? Because of the kingdom monsters?
Fucking hell, man.
Be brave, it's not over yet.
Fuck.
It's coming for you.
Let's be careful. I'd rather not get an earful from Admiral Gallius.
Okay. Go, Bob, go. Beat the streamer's ass. Fuck you, miss. But how are you doing? Memes aside. Yeah, they were low-key beating my ass, though. I was like, I didn't want to say it, but they kind of were. Just chilling, that's good. Ooh.
I'll show you what I'm really proud of. Our fight ends now.
There we go. Yeah, fuck your combo. If you're Rain, you're gonna deal with fighting them against the wall instead, because that's easier.
Don't let your guard down.
Ow. Where's the fucking trap you placed? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Sure. Lamau. There you go. Fool.
The kingdom sends its regards.
Excellent work. We'll protect the world together.
Ow. I did not expect them to jump that fucking far. Alright, there we go.
I'll show you what I'm really proud of. Hold! Hold! It's after you! Look at the bright light!
That's pretty funny.
Knights must not falter.
There we
Today
go.
is a big step forward.
Yippee, I killed Bob, let's go.
I must train so that my focus waxes yet never wanes. Results to be proud of.
Nice, I guess. I got a gem from that. That's funny.
Also, sorry if I'm being like quiet. Spider-Man 2 is like surprisingly challenging on hard mode.
Wow, who would have
So
thunk?
yeah. I mean, you joke, but like you got to realize how these games' difficulties are usually tuned. I had to pay attention there for a sec.
I mean, yeah, they gotta cater to that one guy that I showed you.
I mean, it's fine. I really don't mind that these games have to like generally target a wider audience. Also, it's like, let's be real, this is a game where you're playing as Spider-Man. If like fighting like 5 guys was hard as fuck, that's kind of not really a Spider-Man game.
True.
Like, I'm very much someone who's a proponent of difficulty being related to a game's premise more often than not.
I guess.
Like, I
yeah.
low-key kind of wish, for instance, that the current God of War games were like easier so that they could be story-focused, because like a huge narrative hook of the Norse god games in particular is that basically half the characters are either overtly or like are overtly scared shitless of you, or are in some way trying to circumvent you, because you have a reputation already of just fucking everyone's shit up by that point. So it's
Yeah.
like, no, why am I like losing to like 3 Draugrs? Like, no, this should be like some Dynasty Warriors shit, and everyone should be a pushover, right? Meanwhile, a Sony game which I do think should have had a greater difficulty was Ghost of Tsushima, because the entire point of that game's narrative premise is that you're playing as a samurai who has to resort to like unusually underhanded tactics to survive the Mongol invasion. Like, you can't fight honorably. Like, that is a huge part of the game's narrative, is that fighting honorably will result in you dying. Yet the
Yeah.
game is easy enough that you can just fight honorably, which kind of defeats the point.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel with that. If you're gonna have, like, a thing where, like, oh, you can fight honorably, but you could just use these underhanded tactics, I would want something, like, I don't know, to, like, incentivize me actually being honorable rather than dishonorable, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh yeah, you could just make that shit harder, and it's like, I guess, but, make it so that, like, I don't know, something interesting happens when you do dishonorable shit. Like, I don't know, like, maybe they freak the fuck out, or, like, they fucking start fighting, like, dishonorably back or some shit when they're desperate. I don't know.
I mean, they're fighting dishonorably from the beginning of the game, so that one's kind of off the table.
I don't know.
Hey there!
Holy, these fucking... Yeah, the armor numbers are skyrocketing now. Okay, good to know. Also, this armor looks pretty cool, actually. I kind of like it. Ignore the fucking, shield clipping through the wings part, but it actually looks kind of cool.
I'll be here when you need me.
That's one thing I like about Rise, is that, in World, the armors are kind of, like, plain looking, but in Rise, they kind of brought back the more, like, flavorful armor designs.
Yeah.
And a lot of the weapons in World are also kind of, like, mediocre as well, with a few exceptions that actually look kind of cool. Q rocket-powered greatsword. But yeah. Oh, okay. Duh. We're gonna get him. Duh. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Alright, Puka, you understand the operation? Commence Operation Murder the Cats. Oh, okay. Sure, that's definitely what's gonna happen. Wow. Oh, come on. Hmm. Do 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 do.
Also, when I was hanging with my friend yesterday, I got some, they know I'm a coffee snob, they got me some, Kenyan coffee. It's actually quite good.
Hell
I think
yeah.
I've talked about this one before, actually, so...
I don't recall.
I mean, I talk about coffee so much, they're all gonna blur together.
Yeah. I'm not into coffee, so
Yeah.
not my kind of thing, to be honest.
Also, right now, Spider-Man snuck into a cathedral, and I'm just remembering that scene from Spider-Man 3 where Eddie Brock prays to Jesus that Peter Parker dies.
You want forgiveness? Find religion.
Oh my god. I bonked my mic. Hopefully that wasn't loud.
No.
Okay, cool.
I think I heard a light thump, but it wasn't, like, super loud or anything. It might have been, like, noise gated by Discord or something, is my
Yeah.
guess. Damn, he's okay. Calm down. There we go. Ow. Ow.
You know what I should do? I should see if my BNet account was suspended after that shenanigans from the previous stream. Probably not. People weren't like toxic about it or anything.
It would have been funny as fuck, but yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have seen you cheating or anything, but...
I mean, I wasn't cheating.
Yeah, you weren't cheating, so I'm like... I doubt it,
Yeah.
but it would be very funny.
I was just being a douche, but it seems like I was having more fun with it than... It seemed like everyone was, like, not minding or whatever. And even then, it's not like I was being that toxic. I was, like, actually trying, albeit, you know, not sober and with my worst character.
I suppose, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
even then, you were just having fun. Oh no. Having fun on New Year's Eve? Crazy.
I know.
Unheard of, even. Like, albeit, though, I did get the funniest fucking screenshot out of context, though, from fucking that night, though.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I was like... I'm like, I need to screenshot that, because I'm actually crying. I actually am kind of, like, wondering if, at some point, if there's a fucking patch for a lot of the bullshit with the, like, next-gen patch for Fallout 4, I would actually consider streaming it.
Oh, I didn't know there was a next-gen patch for it.
There was, and it, like, broke it literally every mod.
Oof.
It broke every mod that made it better. Did it make any of the changes better for the game? No.
Damn.
They did, like, the exact opposite of what people thought they were going to do, which was effectively what they did with the Skyrim next-gen patch. Which they thought, oh yeah, that match wasn't so bad. It was actually pretty okay. And then, no, they fucked up everything. Like, it was so bad that the quote-unquote ultra-wide support was just them fucking stretching the screen. I shit you not. There were screenshots. There were screenshots. I was like, bro, that cannot be real. That's too fucking funny. I'm like, that's not real, bro. And I saw screenshots, I'm like, no, I can't. And the funny thing is that a big mod was gonna come out, like, a little bit before then, but they delayed it because of the next-gen patch. And then, the next-gen patch came out, and they were like, wow, this shit is, like, ass.
Bethesda really is something.
Yeah, it is definitely a game company of all time. Definitely. So, essentially, the team was originally like, oh yeah, we'll make a patch for it for the next-gen patch, and we'll release it then instead. Instead, they were like, no, this next-gen patch is literally taking forever for us to fucking figure out how to fix it. So instead, we'll just, like, teach you how to downpatch the game. And,
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, and if you owned the game on GOG, they literally just had, like, an extension that allowed you to, like, through GOG, downpatch it, and also install the mod to your game. It was really fucking sad.
Good evening, my fellow.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Is your sickness better?
No, still pretty
Damn.
bad.
Oof. Well, we have a couple more days till D&D, so
Well, like,
hopefully...
technically I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
At this point, it's just,
As long as you're not, like, debilitated enough not to play, that's... Yeah.
no, it's... My only real issue at the moment is...
I think, like, unless you're, like, coughing, I would say... unless you're, like... Sorry, let me finish my thought. I'd say you'd be fine unless you're, like, coughing so much and, like, struggling to talk a lot, I guess.
The only issue I have is I am coughing. Though. That's really the only thing.
Yeah. But if you're, like, coughing enough, but you're, like, fine, it's just, like, occasionally, then you're fine for an online game, so yeah. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, in person it might be a no-go. But, thankfully this session's not in person, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Matt asking about it, and he, like, gave me a heart attack asking about it. And I was like, oh. I thought they were gonna cancel on me last second, and I was like, oh. And then they were just asking, clarifying, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that was, I already know about, M's moving situation, so.
Yeah. I also, has been playing Fire Emblem, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it before.
Yeah. I realized why the game was so hard.
Yeah,
Playing on hard.
Wow.
That's funny. I was
And-
talking about the exact same thing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, we were talking about difficulty in a game. It's like, we're talking about how difficulty in a game generally should be, like, differed for, like, what game you're playing in general, rather than, like, oh, just difficulty in general. Like, for example, in a Spider-Man game, like, even hard shouldn't be, like, super hard, essentially.
Well, the thing is, Path of Radiance is what I'm currently playing.
Mm-hmm.
Was the first game to have the difficulty settings easy, normal, and hard. You want to know something? That easy was not easy in the Japanese.
It was
version.
normal, yeah.
It was normal, yeah. Same thing with Radiant Dawn. But Radiant Dawn's actually fucking brutal. Like, it's actually brutal. I know it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice the difference of hard versus my normal playthroughs until like today because I'm in the end game and Ike died and I'm going,
Oh.
wait, aren't I supposed to get one of the Laguz Kings? No, I don't get that until I beat Ashnard's first phase. He has 2 phases now.
Yeah, I also learned that the hunter armor for MR is actually kind of cracked in terms of skills you get.
Yeah, like it's okay. Yeah,
It's good for
not
early
cracked.
on. I was like, holy shit! It's actually
it is not cracked by any means.
It's not
Every
cracked. It's not cracked late game, but for early on in MR,
just
it's pretty
MR
good.
in general. Reminder, like, take a look at the Kimura armor. The Kimura armor is fucking cracked.
Let me look at it.
It's like almost all of Crit Eye. It has like a Vade window. It has like the Wirebug Whisperer and Wall Runner and shit. Like it is also cracked.
So this is the famous Monster Hunter? Yo, what's up, Krauser? Yes, this is indeed the famous Monster Hunter, also known as Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let me look at the Kimura armor in terms of skills and shit.
Like, yeah,
yeah,
like
it's
it's
pretty good.
really fucking good. It has really good slotage too, I believe.
Let me look. 2 slot, 2 1 slots, a 1 slot, a 4 slot, and 1. Yeah, it's
For
okay.
an early armor, it is fucking amazing. Like the Hunter, oh, it's really good. No, just all of the armor in Master Rank is good. Like from just a raw standpoint, there is no truly bad armor when it comes to skills until late game. Then you get seizing Basil armor, and it makes me so sad.
Yeah, because it has like shit skills but a bunch of good slots where I hit.
No, it's just like it's just close. Like because it came out with like a bunch of other monsters that had really good shit,
Take care.
and it was just sad in comparison. That was the issue, not because it was actually like, oh, this is better. No, it's just because it's sad in comparison.
Yeah. I would still say this armor, at least in general for weapons,
Oh, yeah.
is better,
Oh, yeah.
typically.
Though I didn't bother using MR Master Rank armor until I reached MR3.
Damn, okay.
I just upgraded my. I had fucking Valstrax armor. Cut me some fucking slack.
I mean, if you have Felstrax armor, then yeah.
But I literally had Dragonheart. I had like one of the best skills in the game. I'm not going to give that up.
But yeah, Krauser, this is indeed Monster Hunter Rise. This game's very fast-paced compared to other Monster Hunters, for reference, so... normally, when I like showing people Monster Hunter, I like showing off World, because it's, one, easier to follow, and two, it's, more kind of like the vibe of what I imagine a Monster Hunter game typically looks like, keyword. At least, like, compared to, like, a lot of the other games in the series, in my opinion. Ooh. Shit. But yeah, you're, like, fighting big monsters and shit. This is Rathian, very classic monster. Basically a dragon. Also, they are dealing a lot of fucking damage to me. What the fuck?
Wow, Jill, that was great. You had a 77% chance to hit, and you missed both times.
Yeah, that's
Fire Emblem.
classic Fire
Fire
Emblem.
Emblem.
Lamau. Yeah, I got Fire Emblem.
It's fine. Let's use someone else to kill them then. We'll kill you. Actually, yeah, you'll be fine. We'll bring you over. Oh my lord, I'm doubling with a ranged tome. What the hell is this?
It's funny as fuck.
It's a tome with like 25 weight, I think. So like like I shouldn't be doubling with it.
Aw.
Like most tomes aren't that heavy, but I believe like it's meant to be heavy because you're not supposed to double with it.
The fact that you can is kind of crazy.
Well, you can double with
Terrifying.
unless the weapon deliberately says you can't double with it, which in this game they didn't realize they could do, and the game would be fine. Because if you didn't know, they didn't implement that until like other games. Actually, I think the first game with no follow-up attacks on a weapon was actually Fates.
That makes sense, because they do have, like, a lot of fucking shit in
Well-
that game.
Well, the silver weapons are worse than the steel weapons. Like, mechanically, they're worse, because they lower your stats every time you use them.
Yeah,
So even though they do so much more damage, they are not worth it. It's just easier to go, oh, I have slightly less speed when I'm trying to swing with this weapon. I'll just take the extra damage from that.
also, this is, like, the most Monster Hunter shit ever. You get to watch a fucking crab beat the shit out of a giant dragon thing. Let it be known that crabs in Monster Hunter are the most terrifying creatures in the game.
That is factually not true.
Okay.
Like, there's literally giant fucking snakes.
Okay.
Now, there's only a handful of them. But
But
they do exist.
giant crab.
Yeah, but giant crab is not scary, they're friend.
Yeah, okay, sure. Strathian's bigger than normal and I hate it, because it means that I can't, like, attack them easily.
Spear. What's people's HP? Ike should be fine. Joffrey is a bit spooky looking. Yay. Don't get too close. If you die, you're just, it's the same thing as if, oh, I can't kill you. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, because if you die, it's the same thing as if Ike dies. It's a game over.
Ooh.
You know what? To make my life easier, silence. Fuck you. No magic.
There you go.
Alright, I wish my Dargon boy would transform into Dargon, but he has to wait a few turns before he can turn into Dargon.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Well, if you attack him, it'll be easier, because when you attack him, he gets an extra point. Oh no, don't attack Mist. You'll probably miss, though. I forget how good Mist is in Radiant Dawn, because she's not great in this. She's just an okay healer.
You tripped me up for a second, because I was like, wait, huh?
Yeah, there's a character, Ike's sister is named Mist.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
Yeah, I know, it's been
Very confused for a split second.
Ooh, soul crit. Heal and crit. Fuck you. Why can't we hit her? Because her speed's 30?
Yeah, that would definitely add a hope.
Oh, she has her skill, speed, and magic capped. She's level like 18.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Oh, Ike's 20. Ike I have at 20.
Well, like, makes
Radiant
more
Dawn-
sense.
No, because Mist is is the only other character you can have when you fight the Black Knight. So I needed her up to snuff.
Well, I'm saying it makes more sense that Ike is level 20, because you can't promote him for a while.
Yeah, but his promotion's automatic. And in this game, everyone's promotion is automatic if they reach 20. You don't need a Master Seal.
One sec, BRB.
Yep, no problem. Fuck. But how are you doing, Browser? What you up to? I'm kind of just gaming right now and chilling. Alright.
Yeah. Stab. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, he's not the best unit, but that's because he's a pre-promote. Pre-promotes are usually not very good.
Sadly, I believe in most Fire Emblems they usually are trash.
What's going on?
Jeffrey.
Pre-promotes in Fire Emblem being bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not. It really depends on the game and how the promote system works. Like there's some games where there's more than one, like there's a class above the first class that you can promote to. So it really depends. And sometimes it's these pre-promotes that are just cracked. Like they're just really good. And it's like, I'm not sure how to feel. Are they supposed to be bad? Or are they supposed to be good? I'm not sure how to feel. Okay, everyone is healed up, so we'll just kind of space you out a little bit. You're at 2. I might as well just smack. Everyone's healed. Like no one's like. Well, someone's kind of hurty. I think everyone will be fine.
Fucking hell.
Everyone enemy phase.
Fucking hell.
Why are you running?
Why are you running? There we go.
I forget if there's even reinforcements on this fucking map.
Well, I don't know I don't know Fire Emblem, so beats me.
But it's because this game has been so random with its reinforcements. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes like wow, that's like okay, that makes sense.
No,
And
Fire
sometimes
Emblem
there's-
should just give up on reinforcements at this point. It's just not worth it. It's like, sure, you can make it palatable, but that doesn't, like, how often am I, like, actively, like, yes, this was a net positive on the game? It's not very often.
I don't mind reinforcements as long as they're not same fucking turn reinforcements.
As long as they're not, like,
I-
reinforcements every fucking turn, and they're, like, in different spots every time, without, like, any warning that there's gonna come either every turn.
That'd be so bad.
I'd be like, bro.
That'd be like...
That's like if I,
actual pain.
like, Dubers, that would be like, oh yeah, let's have this fight, and it's like, have this fight in D&D, and if I just summoned, like, fucking, like, 4 enemies that appeared, like, at the start of every round, at a random spot, like, I would actually be pissed if someone did that shit without, like, any, like, warning or anything like that. I'd be like,
I have faith that you will fulfill your duty.
Right.
You'll do great.
There we go. Alright. See if we can not have what happened earlier today happen.
Yeah, that'd be preferred, probably.
Oh, they have a rune sword.
Oh no. That's no bueno.
It's just it's a magic sword. Don't worry, I'll just use a mage. Because then they have enough res where it does nothing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so, message me, I just noticed.
believe Engage doesn't have any same-term reinforcements, but
I could have sworn I remember my brother complaining about it being like some of the worst same turn reinforcements, at least on maddening or some shit like that. Apparently,
I'm not sure. I haven't played the game on maddening, so I can't. I literally
Yeah.
cannot say.
I wouldn't
I almost
say-
never
Brothers-
played the game on maddening,
yeah.
so
My brother's one of those people who
Ugh.
plays basically every game on the highest difficulty for some reason. It's like
Why?
Arrow jokes about me playing games that are hard because I hate myself. Nah, my brother actually does that. He just like downloads like Kaizo type shit for fun.
Bruh.
He's one of those crazy people who says the easiest FromSoft game is Sekiro, which I'm just like, okay.
Okay, man.
from
If
like
you
a
say
pure
so.
mechanical standpoint, maybe, but no.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah, dude's just built different. I know Pokken is like the smallest game ever, but like back when like that was around, and it was a minor esport, he played that, and like I could like show you like tournaments and shit he's in, and he like places very very well in the few tournaments he attends and stuff.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is a very small esport, so it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, a major is like 100 players, so
Yeah. That makes sense.
Still impressive.
make what you will from that.
Still, I don't know if
Yeah.
100 players and getting, like, even, like, top 10 is still crazy. Because you're going through, like,
Yeah, I
at
mean-
least, like, 8 people on average.
Yeah. Dude's just built different, and he's like, oh yeah, I could learn another fighting game, but like, he's like, yeah, no, the thing with fighting games is I only picked this one up because I knew some people, some friends who were doing it, and the thing with fighting games is he's like, with how I appreciate fighting games, the first 500 hours are dog shit, because that's where you have to learn everything, like all the frame data and shit. At least to play it at the level where he starts appreciating it.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, for him, it's like, oh yeah, fighting games don't, like, really cohere into something enjoyable until you understand, like, every single interaction, basically.
For the most part, yeah,
And-
sadly.
Well, no, that's not how most people are. Most people really only need the basics to start appreciating it. He's just one of those people where he's like, yeah, I need to understand everything that's going on, or I feel like I'm being grifted by the game.
I guess.
And he's like, that's why I never want to learn another fighting game. Unless, like, I have friends who, like, get me into it or something. Because, yeah, sinking 500 hours into something before it even starts being fun is, like, insane.
Fair enough, yeah. I wonder what your brother would feel about, like, D&D in general. But to be fair, he sounds like he would just be, like, a big min-maxer type guy. If he were to play.
Nah. I think he's only like that with competitive games. He mostly fucks around with other stuff, like, he
Gotcha.
used to play a lot of Spellbreak. He played a bit of Project Loki and stuff like that, like, very casual games. He's been playing a lot of Deadlocked, or
Okay.
Deadlock or whatever, and he's ranked real high on that, but hasn't, like, actively looked much up at all.
Gotcha.
It's just a result of playing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Deadlock does seem like one of those games where, like, once you kind of, like, learn it, you kind of know what's the best kind of shit and what, how to adjust and all that kind of shit. Because it is, like, MOBA F hero shooter type shit.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, he is not, like, some super, like, fucking prodigy at Overwatch or anything. He
Yeah,
learns that at normal people speed.
yeah. Because it is, like, updated regularly, I believe, to be fair, so it makes sense.
And it's weird, because it's like, at that point, you'd assume he just has, like, some above-average aptitude across the board, but to my knowledge, it's like, I don't think he's, like, some super crazy, super genius, unless he's just really not applied himself or whatever. Like, he's far from stupid, right? It's just not,
Yeah.
you know, Giga Brain type shit.
Okay.
Okay. So might of 20, weight of 25. Does that matter? It does actually matter. His build's only 14.
The fuck is build in Fire Emblem?
In old Fire Emblem games, there was a stat called build. It's not so applicable in more modern titles. The way it works is higher your build, more heavy of the weapon you can wield, without penalty. So if you have a build of 30, you can basically use whatever. If you have a build of, say, 10, so any weapon that has a weight of 10 or below, you don't have a penalty for. As soon as you get to, say, a weapon of 11 weight, now you have a -1 to your speed. Because the weapon is heavy, it takes you longer to swing it.
I guess.
It's a balancing tool, that's really all it is. It's so you can't have the strongest weapon in the game, and then always double with it.
I was like, okay, isn't that what strength is for?
No, strength is your damage.
Okay.
That's the other reason, because
I forget what stat is used. It's like skill is hit percent or whatever, right?
skill is hit percent, strength is melee damage, magic is magic damage.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Speed
say,
is
I'm like, why not
doubling.
just have skill be a thing? Because I'm like, skill makes more sense.
But skill is just a hit, and the thing is, some of the heavy weapons have a really high natural hit rate, so that would just be really silly. So they did that. In more modern titles, what they do is usually give the best weapons some kind of downside. In
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Awakening, there was none. Which made the end game very, very easy if you knew what you were doing. And also magic was incredibly busted.
Wow, who would have thunk?
Magic is normally not the best thing in the games. It's usually just good. In Fates...
Yeah, I know that in older games, it's just like seen as like effectively just another damage source, basically.
It's just an average damage source, yeah. In Fates, they balanced it a little more. A lot of this stuff is actually kind of cool balance and stuff. But in balance, I brought it up earlier. As your weapon gets better, you get penalties. So a steel weapon is slower to swing. A silver weapon will lower your stats after using it. A brave weapon will cut the important stat in half until you use it again. Such a stupid... I fucking hate brave weapons.
That's
No
really
one uses
dumb.
them for good reason.
Yeah,
in-
that's really stupid.
There's a reason why it Fates, most people, including myself, will just go, I'll just use a steel weapon.
Yeah, I know, like, the strat is, like, usually you have, like, one of, like, each, like, you have, like, I
Well-
think it's, like, steel, silver, and then, like, a few niche weapons, usually.
The thing is, in Fates, there's no weapon durability. So you don't care as much. In other games, you care more, which is why you have a variety.
Yeah.
In...
I know in, Fate, it's, like, I know in older, it's, like, either you want to, like, basically, like, what's it called? You want to, like, feed XP, so you have a weaker weapon for that, or you just want a better hit percent.
Yeah. In Three Houses, they solved this by essentially going, we're going to just do the same thing we did in Awakening, but the game is just going to be, like, actually require you to think more about unit placement.
Wow.
Basically.
Just forget pairing up as a mechanic, Lamau.
Well, pairing up isn't a mechanic in Three Houses.
Thankfully.
Lamau.
They replaced it with the battalion system. Basically, it kind of feels like you're actually moving an army around, and you're just controlling the commanders.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Insert advanced words joke here.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Engage instead has the entire engage system, which is like the whole, which is very, very flamboyant and very silly. But it does a good job.
Yeah, I
of
remember
kinda,
people are like, it's okay.
It was very stupid, but mechanically, it does a good job of bridging the gap between a pair-up system where you literally are trading the power of a unit you have with you with a stat increase.
I guess.
Because that was the big problem with Awakening, is that you get the pair-up system and it was really broken. Fates tried to remedy this by splitting up how the pair-up system worked. It sort of worked to balance the game. Not completely, there's plenty of issues, but it did somewhat balance it. Like, the pair-up only did, like, a certain percent of their damage. It wasn't half, I know that much, but it was like, I think it's like 40% or something of their damage. And they only can do it when they're paired up next to you. They can only attack like that. If you have someone, like, in with you, they'll defend you instead. And so like there's a lot of like little mechanics that are in Fates that are like really cool, but also kind of like, no, I'm glad you got rid of that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
If we do get pair up again, it better be fucking like Fates, because Awakening is just so. I did not know. Okay, so he probably won't double then. Gotcha. Or at least two double Ike. Anyway. Yeah, because Ike has less of a build, and but he's a different weapon. But the penalty he has is less, and he has a higher swing stat.
Mhm.
So if he doesn't double, Ike will at least not be doubled.
Right, that makes sense.
Time for the one time this bow will be useful. I have the double bow, which skin is fucking garbage. It has a range of nothing else. Just four. But it might be useful here. Okay.
Fuck.
And Oscar putting in work. I want to feel like, even though he hasn't taken that much damage, I'd rather avoid what happened last time. Where Aether triggered one time, but only on a target where he did 10 damage with the soul hit. So I only got 10 HP back. He has max skill too, by the way. So he has the highest percent chance for that to activate, which is, by the way, your skill stat. It's not even like a division, it's just your skill stat.
That's rough, buddy.
So it's like 27% of the time I'll get an Aether, and I got one in like 9 attacks. Which was like, why?
Oh, they're eating, let's go! Ugh! Ugh!
Oh, damn it, you're not close enough, I can't. Thanks, Joe.
Ow.
Right.
Ow! Got wombo comboed in the fucking corner.
Oh my lord. At least I have more HP this time, but the same thing happened again. Like, the same fucking target.
Jesus Christ.
There's less enemies, though, so I've done a better job of cleaning them out this time.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, the stat donks of crazy on Nephany. I forgot I gave her both Wrath and, like, Finesse.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever her HP is less than half, she just gets a massive bunch of stat increases.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Alright. Hopefully, the final boss decides, I'm going to get off my high horse and actually attack Ike,
No.
because that would be very handy.
Nah, they're not gonna do that.
What the fuck is the Wishblade? Oh, it's just the really, really good lance that you need an S rank to use. Okay. Why do you have a random speed when you drop? I'd literally be unable. This is like the last map. There's nothing else I can use it in. So random. Oh well. Burn this person, I guess. Because they're a cat. They're weak to fire. Magic being effective against specific, like, Lagoose types is so weird.
Fucking. Get this thing. Okay.
He doesn't double, but holy hell, that's half of Mike's HP. Fuck. And Ike's the only one who can hurt him, too, at the moment. Because my Dargan friend de-transformed, and I don't have another Lagoose Stone for him to use.
Damn.
So I have to wait 4 fucking turns. Nope, 5 turns for him to transform.
Damn.
Alright, so everybody else vacate this area so I promptly don't lose someone to just random shenanigans. Just to double check, I did actually. Oh, I didn't check the area. Oh fuck, no.
Fuck.
I need to put Oscar here so that. I'd rather you not attack Mist. A Mist will very quickly fucking die. Oh, good. I managed to place it up. Okay. He should attack Ike, though. Keyword. Should.
Good keyword, yeah.
Oh my lord, he heals per fucking turn. I can't deal damage to you unless it's Ike or some or Nasir. Oh. Ether. Good, nice. Nice. Oh, good. I'll take a miss.
And I like how
Alright.
Ether and Smash is just not even close to it being in game.
Actually, that's exactly how it is in the game.
You don't recover HP, do you?
But
Or is that some
Well,
other
like-
thing?
that's technically Aether is just two things in a row. It's just Soul and Luna in a row.
Oh.
So like, even though it's not like, even though you gain HP from it, from a technical standpoint, it's not that big of a deal. If we're gonna have to like do this, ugh, I just like doing that. How much movement do you have? Oh, he's moved 10. That's why it's such a pain in the ass. Even my, he's more moved than every other unit. Really? Yep. Yep.
Ah,
Even paladins.
that's not it.
I love that.
Man, this thing is hard.
Look,
to
I know he's
find.
riding a literal dragon, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Oh!
Yo.
37 fucking. Oh, there are reinforcements.
Now we're talking.
Oh, there are reinforcements.
Oh, look at this. All of this. Isn't this great? Something strong scooped out the soil here. And there's marks of something being dragged. Look at the size of it. Garangom. It must have passed
You're
through
like,
here.
please, he cannot survive an attack. He literally takes half his fucking health.
Are you the hunter they sent to help? The one from Kamura? I knew it!
Why did they make it so only
Name's
one,
Lahari,
like, only like,
gadget
I
expert.
think 3 units
Researcher
can even fucking hurt him?
extraordinaire. Nice to meet you.
So annoying.
Anyway, Garangom aren't known for leaving their territory. So, what's this thing doing here? Something weird is going on. Huh. Guess I gotta start investigating, huh? I'd love to head back to the outpost with you, but I need to take care of some things here first. Could you,
Stop
give my
attacking
regards to the
Marcia.
Admiral?
No.
Please.
No.
Oh, and one more thing. If you run into Firain,
Why the
Tell
fuck
her
is
I'm
there
looking forward to
reinforcements in
seeing
this
her
map? This map didn't need fucking reinforcements.
Too bad. You get reinforcements whether you like it or not. It's Fire Emblem, baby.
Question, if I put you here, can you live? At full health, you can live. Cool.
I see.
By exactly 1 HP.
Uh,
Fuck yes.
Doing all right? So long.
Good to see you, yeah? I guess we all need a break
I wonder what critical mods am I like looking at? Oh, he can't crit her. Okay, that's actually really safe then. If he can't crit everyone, then it's like it's actually not that bad.
Gotta stay positive.
Kind of doubt he can crit Ike anyway.
Hey, take it easy.
You training hard? Wow. Oh man, wish I could hit the gym.
Oh, hey there.
Oh sweet, I've reduced the durability of his weapon, which has infinite durability.
uh,
I have faith that you will fulfill your duty. Take a look at the quest list.
Please. I know I have to kill him twice. Please.
I just noticed the name of this fucking quest. That would have been like a perfect name for a Great Jaggy quest. It's like that. Now that's what I call great. It's just Great Jaggy. That's it. Nothing else. Just Great Jaggy.
Study for monsters. Take care.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Wait a minute. The best name for a Great Jaggy quest would be an event quest where you fight a giant, like, gold crown, large Jaggy, and it's called Greatest Jaggy.
They already did. It's called. They already did that one.
Yeah. They did it for Wilds now, even though they're probably never gonna do that. They bring it back ever again. It's sad.
Holy shit! He doubles Jill. Run! Dragon Bro transforms next turn. In.
Here's you.
Thank you. Dargan Bro. Come, my Dargan Bro. I cannot. Such a egg. Yeah, it's a good egg. It's a good egg from the Mastermind fucking with his AI. To be fair, the AI in this game is fucking atrocious, so it's not really that hard to do.
Would you really want the AI in an SRPG to be good, though? Let me ask you.
In some Fire Emblem games, they're fucking terrifying, so yes. Like,
anecdotally, do you know about the story about, like, when they made the AI for the original Fear?
To a limited extent. It was, like, so good for a while that, like, no one wanted to deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. They wanted to create an AI which accurately simulated how, like, a group of enemies would coordinate against a, like, player and, like, systematically flush out an area. And, like, the playtesters just couldn't do anything. So they had to, like... That's when they kind of started having to intentionally gimp the AI and stuff.
That's funny.
There's, like, a GDC talk called Artificial Stupidity, which covers how developers handle this exact problem all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind it if it was at least more consistent. Like, if it's stupid, that's fine. It's just, if it's consistent. That's really the biggest problem with this game's AI. It's not consistent. Sometimes it's, like, really smart.
Yeah, that's the most
And
fucked up
it's
shit
so...
in most games, is whenever AI is never consistent. It's like, what the fuck do you do? A good example of that is, like, whenever you're nuzlocking, you usually want to manipulate AI into doing certain things, so you know what to do and how to optimally play around it. But if they just, like, do a 50-50, it just sucks. Because you're basically making an unreliable decision on unreliable information. There we go. Bam. Bam. Bang.
Sweet, you missed. Means I can actually use you. I was hoping you would attack like Ether would trigger.
No.
That is unfortunate. Right here. Sijic on ETH. You. Alright. Oscar just being a mad lad, being the only one I've sent to deal with the reinforcements, and he's just chugging through them.
Understandable.
Just like the way Toby's being chugged through.
I mean, they're not... What are they doing? They're not doing much, admittedly, so I'm just like, okay, sure, I'm just gonna tank it. Ain't doing shit. I more struggle with fucking Anjanath, which is the fucking monster just before this.
Yeah. Alright, that's phase one. Where the fuck is there two fucking phases to this fight?
I love how for Bishata, you literally just keep throwing fucking fruit at them and it just works.
Yeah. Oh, he big now. And green for some reason.
You just went Hulk mode.
Alright. Oh my lord, he has 80 fucking HP. Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
He had like 60 before. This would take fucking forever.
Bruh.
How much damage did he do? Okay, so his damage is pretty similar, at the very least. Oh, is he not a flyer? No, he's definitely talked about his flyer. I would assume he'd be able to fly over... Oh, you can't actually fly over those. Unintentionally trapped it into a corner in like, the right way. Cool. We can leave that one last bishop alive, because I don't feel like dealing with him. No, fuck it. Oscar's just gonna go kill it, because why not? Oh, fuck.
Also, I talked with Lay. They're gonna probably send in the application for the D&D thing tomorrow, is what they said to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck. They're gonna attack
What
us.
happened? Oh.
I guarantee they will, because I accidentally put her in exposed. Nope, they're attacking Ike. Thank you, AI, for being stupid.
Man, I love the AI being stupid, Lamo.
Oh my lord, he really did the stupid. Wow. I can literally just put someone there. Cool. Although Nasir is going to transform next turn, which is not great. Oh, you even have an elixir on you so I can keep you healed? Fuck you. And the reason why, the reason why I can't fucking crit, and I don't, like, because he has that stupid daunt skill. Okay, at the moment.
My fucking god, bro. Ugh. Alright.
Okay. He's so much more tolerable if you didn't have renewal.
True.
How are things?
Yeah, I think I might just end stream right now, because I'm kind of just, like, chilling, and, yeah. I think I just
Yeah,
want
that's
to
fine.
chill out for tonight, so yeah.